Hey everyone, it's Maury. Hope this finds everyone well. I am awake, slept in a little bit this morning, having my coffee, enjoying the cooler weather up in the mountains. It's been a busy couple of weeks. I've been doing lots of stuff except for filming, obviously. Went to Laughlin for a couple of days. My uncle got married in Las Vegas and drove down to Laughlin for the after party kind of thing. So there were a number of us that met him and his new wife in Laughlin. Spent one of the days on the river on jet skis, so that was a lot of fun. That was my first experience on jet skis. I'm not a big water activities guy to begin with, so it was a little bit out of my comfort zone, but it ended up being a good time. And you know, there's a lot of crossover between jet skis and motorcycles, and I've ridden motorcycles before, so that was okay. The part that doesn't translate is the lack of control on a jet ski. I wasn't really prepared for that, but it was fun. So I actually did drive the van, the Rialta, to Laughlin. It did great. I got, depending on which direction I was going and the direction the wind was going, anywhere between 18 and 19.5 miles per gallon. I have to say that I'm really impressed with that. And since I don't really know the van that well, or I didn't know the van as well then, you know, the optimal speeds for mileage and stuff like that. So I did some experimenting. But so far I've gotten, I think my best was 19.8 on a tank. So I'm really pleased with that. I've been ordering stuff. I've got a pile of upgrades to do. I've got new blinds, new upgraded interior lighting, a new solar controller to replace the little cheesy one that's in there right now. Brake and then maintenance items like brake pads, air springs, shock absorbers for all four corners, things that, you know, it just kind of needs after being 17 years old. But I think for today I will probably start with something easy. So that's the lighting, and it's basically just a replacement LED light for the built-in cabin lighting. It came with the standard old RV kind of plastic slide button lighting with incandescent bulbs. I did put in LED bulbs, but these actually look, I don't have one handy, but these are a lot nicer. They're a lot more modern looking. So I will probably start with that. The blinds I will dig into a little bit. That's going to be a little more involved, but I'm really excited about those. They are, I haven't opened them yet, but just from what I've seen so far, it's going to be a really cool look. So I'll show you that. And then the other stuff, the maintenance things, there's a lot of stuff that I've done already that I didn't think was really that interesting to watch or to film. You know, like cleaning or tightening screws or replacing the bathroom door handle, stuff like that. So I kind of skipped over some of those things, but as I get into some of these other items that are more in-depth or specific to the van, or something that is universal to other vans, then I'll show you those things. But that's why I haven't really shown you a whole lot up until this point, just because it's been cleaning and regular kind of normal stuff that you would do on anything. But I've got that list of things and more, and so we will have a lot to do. Hope everybody is doing well, and well, let me show you the lighting. Okay, so we're in the rig, and the lighting that I'm talking about is right here. This standard plastic RV lighting fixture. The covers just come off, and there's a bulb up inside. I have 4 of those. There's one here, there's one back in the bedroom area, and then 2 more over the back window. And I happen to have a 4-pack of these replacement lights. And the new ones, just to show you real quick, look like that. So it's basically the same size, has a rocker switch in the middle instead of the slide switch in the back, or in the middle. Instead of the opaque plastic light cover, it has this transparent one which covers the LED panel. It's a flat panel, not a bulb. So it's a little larger, but still fits in the same area. So, and I'm hoping that it's going to be a nicer look, but also a brighter fixture. The LEDs that I put in are okay, but I think this is going to be an improvement. So I'm going to take this down, and then we can figure out the wiring and see how it looks. So we have the fixture off now, and the wiring is exposed. It's just done with these crimp caps. So I can disconnect those and crimp in my lighting, and then we can test it before we mount it. It looks like, let's see here, the mounting holes are the same distance. I'll be able to use at least 2 of them. I wanted to reuse the screw holes, but they're just screwing into the ceiling anyway, so it's not a big deal. All right, let's disconnect this stuff, and then I'll plug in my new light and see how it looks. Here's an example of, I guess I took the bulbs out. So you can see that it's a nice white light from the LEDs that I had put in. Okay, we have the old light off. Now the new light, they say that the wiring is agnostic, meaning it doesn't matter which one connects to the positive and which one connects to the negative. I guess we can test that out. So real quick, we'll just test the light. Very bright. I think I like it. So I'm going to go in and get my wiring, or well, my supplies. I need crimp caps, and we can finish it up. Well, I made the mistake of assuming that I had everything that I needed. My electrical connectors are all down in Phoenix. Usually I have them up here with me, and somehow I didn't bring them back. So I needed to walk anyway, so I walked to Harbor Freight, which is about half a mile away. I needed the exercise today, and it's nice outside. So I walked down, picked up some electrical connectors, and I'm headed back to finish up. All right, I'm back, and I bought my butt connectors, and I'm also going to heat shrink the connections. Not really necessary, but I'm going to anyway. I'm in there, I may as well do it right. So yeah, let's hook it up. I could have used a little more shrink wrap. I didn't go quite long enough, but it's enough. Just for the next ones, I'll have to use a little more. So now I'm going to remount the light. I'm going to reuse 2 of the existing holes, and then I'll have to create 2 new ones. I'm trying to minimize the number of penetrations into the ceiling. The old light had 6 or 7 different screws. 6, I guess. So I'm going to see if I can use 4. There are 8 total screw holes available in this light, but they're not very heavy. I don't think I need all of them, and I'd rather not poke that many holes, especially since there's already some extra holes in the ceiling to begin with. Just for reference, these lights slide on, so the cover slides out and then off. Very easy. So we'll poke the wiring back up here. Got to check the lights before you finish it up just to make sure that nothing broke. Put in the last 2 screws. And there we go. I think that's a much nicer look. And it's got the rocker switch here. I'll put a link to these lights. This was a 4-pack that I bought. Nice clean white light. And the lens is nice to focus the light. And just again, that replaces this hideous thing. And then there's 2 more, one there and one there. There's a couple of smaller ones. There's one here, and then there's 2 in the bathroom. I don't think I'm going to replace those, at least not yet. I had forgotten that the rear lights were the smaller ones, so I am going to have to mount the new ones lengthwise instead of front to back because they won't fit. Which is fine, and probably gives me better light distribution anyway, because what's the point of lighting up the back window? So I think this will work better anyway, but I had forgotten about that. Otherwise, looking pretty good. I got the cab one finished, get the front one up there. So we're almost done. Alright, and here's the finished product. I can already tell it's daylight, and I can already tell that it's brighter in here, especially back here in the back. Those little single lights just weren't doing it. So I mounted them across instead of front to back. And that one over there I had to remount. I used an existing screw hole on here and used the existing mounting location. That one was not mounted correctly, so I had to move it a little bit. But I think that this works out really well. The way that I have the switches oriented, pulling the switch forward lights up both, and then pushing it backwards lights up one. They work really well, they're attractive, and they were super cheap. I'm really happy with this. That one is actually on the switch over here. So there you have it. My lighting is done. If you have any questions about it, let me know, but it's really straightforward. If you have existing RV lights that look like these, then it'll be a super easy kind of upgrade. If you don't have any lighting already, then you obviously have to run some power to it. But yeah, these were, you know, a good affordable option when you're wiring them in or replacing them. Make sure you have all your supplies, which is what I should have done to begin with. And just make sure to shut off the power so that you don't touch the wires and blow a fuse or something like that. So with that, I'm going to clean up and go make some lunch, I think. Hope everybody is good, and until next time, have a great day.